Let's face it, I have never done a comic review in a long time. I haven't made a comic review forever. And making this series, The Land of Scary, was really fun, and it is a horror series, and my only series, and we have 6 issues, including my 4 scary stories. So we are going to review each and every story I made. So yeah, let's start with number 1. Number 1 is called The Land of Scary, the Pumpkin Demon. Don't worry, I'm gonna put they all in a list from greatest to least. So this is about this kid named Jamie and Pete. They meet a pumpkin demon, and it's not one of my scariest stories. It's actually probably the least scary story on this list. Nothing's really happening. Like, the kids go into their garage, get out guns, shoot the thing's legs. Apparently it's a woman in here, I guess. And next comic, The Birds of Terror. And that's the next one we're going to review, The Birds of Terror. Land of Scary, the one with the worst cover, The Birds of Terror. This is copying the Birds movie. But, is it better than the Birds movie? Oh yeah! Yes, it is. 1950s. It's a really good story. It's not one of my colorful stories, but it doesn't matter because it has beautiful colors. It's long and this is a good issue. Even though the cover sucks, it makes up for it with the beautiful characters. You can really get sucked into the characters, and you can feel for the characters when they die. But there's not much people who die, so it's classic people who die, usually, I don't know. So now we're on to issue 3, The Tale of Midnight. This one has an amazing cover, but it's complicated. The Tale of Midnight is a very complicated story, issue 3. How it's complicated? Mainly is 11 a.m., 12 a.m. What happens? Dude goes crazy. Smile, moon, I have no idea what that means. This midnight endless. Crazy berserk smile. There's this dude who looks like Slenderman, but with a mask and got way more tentacles than the actual Slenderman. And he goes around killing people. And, it's tragic. This is one of the scariest stories for this image. This image right here is so freaking scary. The dude just grabs her like she's nothing, and then just rips her head. Wow. Again, this is not one of my most colorful stories, but that doesn't matter. If you don't have color, that doesn't mean it's good, or that doesn't mean it's bad. It's got a nice cover, and the cover really has nothing to do with it. That people don't go crazy. I was hoping for that, but I got lazy and decided not to do that. Okay, now issue 4, The Werewolf of Ice. And then he turns into a werewolf. Sorry guys, that was my little brother. Anyway, the werewolf is so cool. And he kills 2 guards after killing his girlfriend. And it's such a brilliant story, and it's got brilliant names. And the next issue is supposed to be the Pits of Hell, but the next issue actually was issue 5, A Grave Night. This is just a brilliant story, starring Sarah, Mikey, Teddy, Abraham, Jonathan. Great characters, honestly. I liked the characters. I loathed the characters. No, I'm kidding. A Grave Night is about this old man who takes these teenagers, or these people, I don't know their age, and the first one to die, sorry to spoil this, but you will never see this, Abraham. Then Mikey soon dies after. Don't know how you die from getting your leg ripped off, but okay. Then Fred dies, not showing his body because it was going to be too intense. Teddy and, what's their name, Sarah are the last people, and the old man rushes at them with an axe until Billy gets a gun and shoots him in the head, as you can see in this. And this is a brilliant story, brilliant art, extremely colorful. One of my most recent stories, but not as recent as the next issue. Well, it's not really a part of the comic book, but 4 Scary Stories. This isn't really the land of scary, but since I was doing scary comics, I thought I would show it. The ones that are included are The Room, One Axe, Dream Demon, and the Swamp Girl. The first one is The Room. Hold on. It's a brilliant story. It's a long story. It's a kid who gets kidnapped and he breaks out and he sees his parents, and then that kind of ends. And the second one, The Swamp Girl. A girl gets pushed into a lake and she drowns. Sort of like the Jason story, except it's a girl and she's a teenager. And it's not 1952, it's 1957. And she becomes a swamp lady and starts killing people. And a news reporter just randomly gets killed, and some guy's like, "Holy crap, Jerry, he's freaking dead!" And then the guy gets shot too. And then this is kind of a scary story. And then the dude who originally pushed her comes back, and then he trips on blood, and then he dies. But then number 3, Dream Demon, Joey's dream, is a lot like Freddy Krueger. Except, I mean, would you call this Freddy Krueger? This looks like the actual swamp monster. That's not the swamp monster. That is. But it's not. So Joey is a wizard master. And then he almost dies. And then it's kind of sad to see him. Feel for him. Last one is One Axe. Some dude comes into a random office and starts killing people. Like this disturbing image where he chopped a dude's half of his face off. And then he faces the one last dude in the office. He's an old guy, and he sees coworkers Derek, Sarah, and Joe dead, and he's like, gets vengeance. And the way he dies is getting stuck in a wall. It's suffocating. Wow. Okay, so we are going to name my favorite ones. So, my my top 3. Alright, number 3 is The Land of Scary, issue 4, The Werewolf of Ice. Number 2 is The Land of Scary, issue 5, A Grave Night. And number 1 is 4 Scary Stories. Good night.